By the end of today's video, you'll be a Keepa expert. I'm going to teach you everything that you need to know with Keepa to make good purchasing decisions, to pretty much be able to forecast price, to know if you can actually win the buy box. We're going to talk a little bit about what the buy box is, by the way, at what speed a product sells. You'll know everything that you need to know about this tool, and we are also going to look at other features that most people do not use and a little bit at how you can start using them. Okay, if you are new with Amazon, I have a guide in the description for you that is 100% free. It's an ebook that is going to teach you how to source and how I actually started sourcing to reach multiple six figures in sale on Amazon and how I'm able to find leads daily. So check it out, it's 100% free. And if you need more help to grow, you can call me, you can get on a call with me, you can book a coaching call. It's another link in the description. And yeah, let's just start with the video. So, what is Keepa? Keepa is this tool that you are going to find when you scroll down. You first need to get the extension, by the way, on their website, the Google Chrome extension. And this is pretty much what Keepa is, okay? This is this tool that you are going to find when you scroll down on the page of any Amazon product once you have the extension, okay? So, the price history tab, as you can see, there's multiple tabs, and we are going to look at all of them, except the Earn Money tab, which is for the affiliate program. By the way, if you're new with Keepa, link in the description, link in the pinned comment. You can use my link if this video is helpful and if you want to thank me, okay? Because I think I'll get a little something, a few cents here and there. I'll get 10 cents, okay? If you book, if you get the tool with my link. So, the first tab that we are going to look at is the price history tab, because this is the first one, this is the one that you are going to look at the most in your life. So if you start selling on Amazon, this is going to be one of, you're going to see this thing more that you see your girlfriend or your wife, okay? So you better get acquainted with it. Pretty much what it does is there's a lot of curves, there's a lot of lines, and so it's going to, you're going to have a couple of lines that you actually need to know what they are, okay? So first of all, this pink line that you are going to see is what we call the buy box. And so I'm going to remove the other stuff so we can isolate it. And by the way, if you do not see this pink line, it is probably because you still have the free version and you need to get the paid version of Keepa if you want to actually have this pink line. So what this pink line is the buy box, as I said. And what is the buy box? The buy box is pretty much, this is what we call this specific space right here, okay? And what we mean by owning the buy box is being the person that actually owns the buy box, literally, by having its offer being showcased in that specific box. Sales happen in the buy box when it comes to Amazon. And so if you want to have sales, you actually need to win the buy box. So this is what the buy box is, and this line tracks the price of the buy box, okay? So the buy box is, if I add to cart, this is the seller that is right there. In this case, it's Amazon, and we're going to talk a little bit about that, but in this case, it's Amazon. And so because of that, this may not be a great product, and it should be one of the red flags that is going to get you to not actually purchase a product, okay? So we know what the buy box is, and we know that this line tracks the buy box through time. As you can see, this is the price on the y-axis, and this is the date on the x-axis, okay? On the axis, if you know your maths. So we can look, by the way, if we scroll down a little bit, we can change the time view, the range that we want to look at, okay? And so you can go as low as a day range to a week, a month, 3 months, and the whole history. Okay, usually the time range that you are going to look at the most is going to be the 3 months time range, because this is where you're going to see most of the information that you need, the most relevant information. Now, sometimes, and it may not be the case on this product, but sometimes, because it's pretty flat, but sometimes you're going to look at the whole time view, and there's a specific section that you want to look at. You can click and go over that specific section so you can look at it in a more zoomed view, okay? And so it's a great way. So if you usually, when you see the price going up and down like this, it is the buy box alternating in between FBA offers and FBM offers. We're going to talk a little bit about that in a few, but it's not in that case because Amazon is owning the buy box at all time, okay? So most times when Amazon owns the buy box, you're going to see it with this specific curve, if I can call it a curve, okay? This orange line. Now, Anytime Amazon is on listing, is going to black out or orange out, if I can say it like this, or everything that is under the buy box, and it means that this is Amazon's offer. And so it's a way to actually quickly see if Amazon is on a listing. So whenever you see this orange on the Keepa graph, it is actually bad news. Okay, so that's one thing. Now, let's look at the next thing that you can actually see below, but that you can see on the same graph as well. This thing is the sales rank. The sales rank will actually tell you how fast a product is selling, pretty much, okay? So if you want to understand what the sales rank is, it's a number, so basically this is the rank of the product, and so the number one product of a specific category, because yes, the sales rank goes on a category basis, it's not one whole rank for all the products on Amazon, but it is divided in between categories. So 150,000 sales rank in the toys category is not going to be the same thing as 150,000 sales rank in the beauty category, okay? Which in this case is in the beauty category, okay? So the number one product, the faster selling product on Amazon, on the beauty category, will have the sales rank number one in the beauty category. You will see one on Amazon. Okay, so the number one is the fastest selling product, and the lower you go, the lower your the slower your products will actually sell. One good way to estimate how fast the product is selling is, first of all, if you have Seller Amp, it gives you pretty much an estimate. But the way I actually like to use it is to go to junglescout.com/estimator, which is the website that we are going to check right now. And so on this website, for example, we can see that this product, we can say that the rank is on average around 3,000, 3,100. And so you can just enter the rank right here, choose your marketplace. We are selling, and you are probably going to sell in the US marketplace. This is what you're going to choose. And then you're going to need to choose your category. And so we are in the beauty and personal care category. And if we look at it, we can know pretty much that this product is selling around 6,000 units a month. Now, this is the sales rank. We are going to talk a little bit more about the sales rank and how to actually see how fast the product is selling in a few, but this is just to give you a quick overview, okay? So, you will see that, for example, this product is in a subcategory that is the bath and shower gel, right next to my mouse, the bath and shower gel subcategory. Usually this is not something that you are going to look a lot at, to be honest, especially if you do wholesale or online arbitrage. If you do wholesale, maybe you're going to look a little bit more into that, because you may try to niche down a little bit more. So yeah, the next thing that we are going to look at is that third panel, if I can call it a panel. And so on this panel, you're going to see the rating of the products through time. You're going to see the number of new offers. That is this blue line, and the light green light right here will be the review count. So a great way to actually determine if a product is selling is not only to use, you are not going to use only the sales rank to figure this out. A good thing to do is to look at the sales rank in conjunction with the number of new offers and the review count. If you see the number of offers going down, such as right here on this product, and going down gradually, it's a good thing. It means that this product is potentially selling fast. Okay, so the market is not maxed out. People are selling out, and it's actually a good thing. That means that you can probably go on it and actually get sales. So on this product, it's going to be a little bit more tricky because Amazon is on there, but you can probably know that people are actually selling this product because they are going out of stock. Okay. Another thing that you can do, as I said, is look at the review count. If the review count is increasing, it's a great signal that this product is selling, because to get reviews, you need to have sales, okay? You cannot have reviews on Amazon without sales. And so if the review count is increasing, it's a great signal that this product is selling. So this is all the information that you are going to see in this first tab, which is the price history. And we are going to look at, when we get to the data tab, we are going to talk a little bit more about all that stuff, because there's more stuff that you can look at, and I'm going to explain to you how you can pretty much determine if a product, if you can actually sell a product, how fast a product is selling, because sometimes on some products you will not see a sales rank, which is not that big of a deal, because a lot of products sell super fast with no sales rank, and it's not something that should scare you away. Now, let's look at the next tab, which is the track product tab. So this tab is a pretty useful tab to be honest, and most people actually do not use it. Okay, and it's a nice feature with Keepa that allows you to track product based on some criteria that you choose. I like to use this tool when I have products that are a little bit outside of my sourcing criteria. For example, let's say that I want a product that is at 30% return on investment. This product historically used to be at 30% return on investment, but right now it is at 15% return on investment, or it's not selling as fast as I want right now, but it used to be in the past. So I may want to get a notification whenever this product goes back inside my criteria. And I specifically like to do this when a specific product tank, because you need to know that most Amazon sellers have really short-term memories, and so they might find a product that actually looks good, they will start selling it, and the number of new offers is going to go up, okay, go up like crazy. And so let me go back here to continue explaining this to you. So they may see this, and so if the price, if the number of offers on the product goes up, the number of offers is going up, and so what does basic economic tell us is that the price is going to go down because the supply is the supply is basically maxed out, and so because of that, the price is going to go down, the buy box price is going to go down, and this may make a product not profitable anymore. And so what I like to do is to set up my Keepa tracking on listings such as these to actually send me a notification whenever the number of offers is actually reaching a lower number of offers that actually makes sense and at which the price used to be competitive. Because if I set my trigger at the right point, I can pretty much place my order, so when the number of offers is still going down, by the time the number of offers is actually at its bottom, I will be in stock on Amazon and I will be able to sell at a great price and leave this ASIN before the price tank again. And this is something that I've done in the past, and that has actually worked a lot with me, and I'm going to show you how to do this. So you basically go to the track product tab, and I have a whole video on that subject, by the way, you can watch. If you look, you just search it with the Google search bar, the YouTube search bar, I'm sorry. But what I would do is I would just click right on track this product, and I would scroll down to the new offer count, okay? And so if I determine that this product is interesting when there's less than 10 new offer on it, what I would do is I would set it up at 13. Let's say that the number of new offer count is right now at 20. I would set it up at 13, so when it goes down, when it reaches 13, it is going to send me a notification, and by the time my products actually get in stock, the number of new offers will probably be under 10. So this is what I like to do. By the way, a lot of things the planets need to align because the products need to be available at that time, at some suppliers, all that stuff. But if everything is aligned, you lose nothing by setting alerts, and you're going to find great products by doing this. Okay, you can do it with other stuff, with the new price, with the buy box price, with all that stuff. But usually, you can play with it and see what how you can make it work. You can also use the sales rank, the review count, all that stuff. It really depends on your strategy. And after that, you just choose for how long you want to start tracking this product, and you can set up your Telegram to receive notification on your Telegram app on your phone whenever this product goes back in stock. Okay. By the way, you can toggle between the views right there. I'm sorry, I lost Keepa. I have no idea where it went. Here we go. Okay, so I use the pro view because it gives you more things to play with, but if you wonder why I have more information than you, is because you still are on basic mode and you never want to be basic. Okay, so let's go back a little bit to the price history, because there's something that I did not talk about, and we are going to talk about it right now. It's the new price. So the new price is pretty much on this product. You will see that the new price is pretty much matching the buy box price. Okay, so the new price will be the lowest price for pretty much the lowest price for this product, but you may think that it is something that is not useful because we actually have the buy box line on Keepa. Now, it is not necessarily true, and it is you need to understand this to run Keepa product finder searches as well, and when you look at variation, which is what we are going to do in a few. On some products, you will notice that there's no buy box, such as this product, right? So if there's no buy box, how can a product sell? And why would there be no buy box on a product? So right now the buy box is back on this product, as you can see right there. You can see this right there, that the buy box is back. And let me see, I'm not even sure I can remove the small triangle. The small triangle are basically offers whenever whenever the buy box is suppressed. But yeah, so as you can see, there's that blue line, that blue new line, that is the smallest, the lowest price when it comes when the buy box was actually suppressed, okay? And which is also the lowest price when the buy box is there. So the reason why the buy box gets suppressed, if you are wondering, is because sometimes Amazon want to drive price down on some ASINs, on some product. If you do not know what an ASIN is, it means Amazon stock inventory something. Amazon stock, I do not even know. It's something like this, but it's basically this number that you will see. You can find it multiple ways. You can find it in the data tab, and it's a specific number that is assigned to every single product on Amazon. It's a small code that actually gives you that actually links to a product on Amazon. Okay, so we were talking about the new price. So this is what's happening. So whenever an ASIN gets its buy box suppressed, it's because Amazon wants the price to go down, and they suppress the buy box. So this will not be here, and it will show more option for this. Something like the verbiage will be more option for this product. Something similar. It's not exactly this, but I forgot what it is. It does not matter, but people can still buy your products, but sometimes it slows down the velocity at which a product is actually selling, because people need to do more extra step to actually purchase the products, okay? And so because of that, usually Amazon just want the price to go down, but it's not something that should actually get you to not jump onto a listing, because you can make a lot of money with products that have the buy box suppressed, okay? So this is something that you need to know. If you do not see a pink line, this is why. And this is why the new price data point is super important. Now, let's look at the next tab, which is the data tab, okay? And this tab is going to give us others, because there's some other tabs right under that we can look at, but this is the tab where you are going to start doing the digging. So remember a few minutes ago, I actually told you that you need to look at more stuff when you are actually looking at the sales rank, and this is what I was talking about. You can look at the rank average, okay? So you can look at the rank average for the last 30 days, the last 60 days, the last 90 days, the last 180 days. And so what it is going to help you do is pretty much understand if the product is on a price, not on a price hike, but is selling faster than usual, if it's selling slower than usual, and what is the sales rank on average. So you can use, instead of using the current sales rank, that is, as we can see, the product is selling faster than what it used to sell, what it is used to sell. If you actually look at how fast a product with this specific sales rank is selling, you are not gonna have an accurate representation of the velocity of this product, because usually it sells way slower than this, and the sales rank is alternating. Like the sales rank change every 15 minutes, I believe it is every 15 minutes, I'm not even sure anymore, but you need to take a look at the average to have an idea of what it is usually selling for. And so it would be a way better. This is why, by the way, I use 3,000 instead of 1,000, because if you look at it right there, you can see that usually, and let me look at this view right there. You can see that usually, like this is the bottom of the graph, right? The minimum. If you look at it, you can see that usually it's around 3,000. It's not going as low as 1,000 something usually, and so it's going to be a misrepresentation of the velocity. And of course, on a fast-selling listing such as this one, it is not going to matter a lot. But on slower selling listing that have way more variation in the sales rank, it's going to make more sense for you to actually look at the average to pretty much get an idea. Okay, so you're going to have the average for the sales rank, but also for the price. The drops, this is not something that I use personally. People that are new to selling on Amazon actually use this way more. I personally never used this data point, and it is irrelevant because the sales rank, in my opinion, gives you enough information. You do not need drops in sales rank to understand how fast a listing is selling. Okay, so you have the same thing for the reviews, which is something that I personally never used. And if you slow down, you have the same thing for the buy box, and you have information on if the buy box in the last 90 days how often was this product out of stock. And it's just 1% of the time, which means that this product is pretty much all the time in stock, which we can see if we look at this view, the all-time view. And I think that these 1% are just because this listing was just created. So created less than 1 year ago, so this product was never really out of stock. But yeah, this gives you pretty much a good idea of it actually can help you get a better idea of if the product is a great fit for your business, right? So you have the same thing for Amazon, the average Amazon price, all that stuff, the average, the 90 days out of stock average for Amazon, which is a great thing to know if you actually want to compete with Amazon, which is not something that we are going to talk about in today's video because it's a little bit more advanced, okay? So, new price, same thing, the average, we're not going to talk too much about this. And then it's for used products. New of account, same thing, you have the average for new of account, and here you go, okay? So this is all the information that you can actually dig on if you actually want to make a better purchasing decision. You have some other stuff right here on the left, such as the lowest FBA sellers. This is where we can find the ASIN. It's way easier to find it on Seller Amp, by the way, if you have Seller Amp. So I have a whole video on Seller Amp as well if you've never used this ASIN. But this is where it actually gets to start to get interesting. We are going to talk about variations in a few. And so this specific section is going to tell you about the parent ASIN, which is the main ASIN on this listing, and the ASINs for the variation, okay? You probably noticed that on this specific product, on this specific product page, there's multiple products, okay? And so what you need to understand about the sales rank, okay, is that the sales rank is for the whole listing. It's not just for your variation. And so you are going to need to do some more digging to actually understand if a specific variation is selling, which is something that we're going to do in a few, okay? But if you look in the data tab, as I said, you can find all the ASINs right there because every single variation has a different ASIN, okay? After that, it's just some data, some irrelevant data about the product, the weight, all that stuff that you can use if you want to calculate your profit, but your profit calculator is going to do it for you, okay? You are not going to do this. But let's move to the next tab, which is the offer tab, okay? And as I said, this tab is a tab that you can use in conjunction with the sales rank and the number of reviews and the new offer count. You can use all those things in conjunction to understand if a product is actually selling. And so if you look, and there's limitation to this, by the way, but don't worry, I'm going to explain everything. If you look, for example, right there, if you look at this guy, and usually you want to look at FBA offers or the guy that has the buy box. But what you can see pretty much is that this product, basically Amazon has not been selling this product for a little while because this is Amazon, this is the Amazon offer. You can see the name of the seller right there. Another important thing that you need to look at is if the offer is FBA or FBM. And so on this specific tab, you can see the price at which they are selling, how it went through time, or the price evolved through time, but you can also see their stock, okay? And so with their stock, sometimes you will see huge jump like this, but right here you can see that ever since December 6th, they are selling on 27 units, which is probably not true because you can do some things to hide your stock, okay? You can set a maximum order quantity, and Amazon Keepa, is not going to be able to bypass that, and so it is going to, let's say they could pretty much have, they probably have like 18,000 in stock, and they just set the order quantity to 27, and so because of that, you cannot know how fast they are selling. But a good way to actually see if a product is selling is to look at this, and we are going to look on this ASIN to see if this is the case. On this specific ASIN, we can look at some offers, and so usually you want to look at FBA offers to do this, and so this guy is probably selling, probably not. This is not a good example, but let's look at something that sells faster, like the Nike Blazers, which sells way faster than these. And so what you want to do, as I said, go to the data tab, offer. And so we can see that these are selling super fast because this guy had 10 in stock and it went down progressively to 4, and after that maybe it's just a bug to 6, I'm sorry, but after that maybe it's just a bug. It went to 2, then 1, and then it stayed at 1. But you can see that this is pretty much selling. Okay, most of the time you need to pay less attention to the FBM offers, the FBM offers, because the FBM offers you can just edit your stock. But even with the FBM offers, if you see the stock going down gradually, if you see it going down gradually, which is not necessarily the case right here, this guy has a limit as well. But from here to here, it actually went down gradually. So you can pretty much know that this ASIN is actually selling decently fast, okay? Same thing, the offers are going from 62 to 50. It's not drastic, it stays around 50, people goes in and out of stock, but you can pretty much know that this ASIN is selling super fast. And yeah, the rank is like 3,000, 4,000, so you can know that this ASIN is selling super fast. Same thing, the number of offer is going up. This ASIN is definitely selling. No, as I said, this is the offer tab, okay, where you can actually look at other sellers' offers. But as I said, the sales rank is the same for the whole listing, okay, for every single variation on the on this specific product page. It's going to be the same thing for the review count right here. It's going to be for the whole listing. But you can do something to actually get some data on the variation at the variation level, and you can do this by clicking on variations. You probably get it on your own, right? So if you are on the variation and you scroll down and you scroll a little bit to the right, you are going to be able to see the rating history for that specific variation, okay? And this is going to be one of the best thing to actually help you understand if a listing, if a variation is selling, because right here we can see that this specific variation right here has 33% of the review on that listing. And so it means that it is pretty sure that this specific variation is selling 1/3, so 33% is 1/3, is selling 1/3 of the time on this listing. So if by using junglescout.com/estimator, by plugging the sales rank inside Jungle Scout tells you that this product is selling 3,000 times. A product with this sales rank is selling 3,000 times, 3,000 times a month. You can pretty much assume that this specific variation is going to sell 1,000 times a month. Now, there are some stuff that you need to look at because sometimes it will not be accurate. Okay, sometimes you will see that there's no example right here, but you will see sometimes that specific variation like are not selling anymore. Stuff is pretty much flat, which is not necessarily the case here. We can see that this one is still selling, this one is selling, and you want to do pretty much the same thing. It's common sense, but what you want to see is if the reviews have been increasing lately, because sometimes stuff gets mixed up. Listing gets mixed with other listings, and so the velocity change, all that stuff. What you want to do is the number of reviews, the number of ratings increasing, the number of reviews increasing. This does not mean that by itself, since it went down, it does not mean that this product is not selling. Since it was flat for a long time, it doesn't mean that it's not selling. But what you can do, because this is why I'm telling you, you need to use multiple things together. So for the variation, same thing. The number of new offers is going to be for at the variation level. So this is something that you can look at. If the number of new offers is going down gradually, it means that it is selling. Okay, so we can see that from here to here, it was actually selling. Right now, it went up a little bit, but it is still selling a little bit. We can assume that it is selling. If we look at the offers, same thing. We want to see the stock of the other sellers' stock actually going down. And so use all these things together and you'll be pretty much able to create a picture of the product and pretty much know if this specific ASIN is selling. Okay, this specific variation. So this is the variation tab, okay? So now let's move to something that is a little bit more important. So you pretty much know, you're able to know if you can, at what price you can sell a product by looking at the price history, right? You can see that this product is selling between $29 to $20. You can see, and by the way, I have other videos on how to actually forecast the price and how to actually set your price, so you can look it up. By the way, subscribe, because I release a new video every single day. I've been doing it for more than 1 year, and so I have a ton of content on how to actually be successful. I helped tons of people selling on Amazon become six-figure sellers. Some of them are getting towards $100,000 a month right now. And so if you want to join them, join the Discord server, link in the description, and start interacting over there, and subscribe, like this video, so that way you'll be recommended more videos that actually fit your needs. Okay, so the next thing that is really important to know is to know if you can actually win the buy box on an ASIN. And so we talked a little bit about what the buy box is already, right? But to actually get sales, you need to win the buy box. And you need to win the buy box by matching multiple factors, one of them being your price. But to know if you can win the buy box, you need to know if other third-party sellers are able to win the buy box. And to do this, you are going to look at the buy box statistics, which is right here. Okay, and so the buy box statistics is going to tell you, is going to give you a split of pretty much, is going to explain what sellers, how much of the buy box each seller gets. Okay, and so for this specific listing, we can see that it's not necessarily a good idea to jump on this listing because Amazon gets the buy box all the time, 100% of the time. By the way, you can look at this, you can change the range right there on top, 30 days, 90 days, 180 days, 360 days. So it's just Amazon winning the buy box and close out distributors that has 3,000 reviews. So he's probably doing wholesale. He's probably going to dominate the buy box. It's probably never going to give you the buy box. So this is probably a product that you want to stay away from. But let's look at this data for this specific product. Let's look at the buy box statistics. And it looks a little bit better already. This guy has the buy box 74% of the time, but we see that there are some newbie sellers. If we scroll down, if we scroll to the right a little bit, we see that there are some newbie sellers that have the buy box. Like this guy has 13 reviews and he has been getting the buy box 12% of the time, which is good. So you can probably win the buy box on this product. And if we look on a bigger time frame, we see that things get way better. You can win the buy box. And when you see people with super low percentage like this, you need to remember that sometimes people just do not go too deep in stock, and so they just stock in, they let their stock go, and so whenever they're out of stock, they do not replenish. So this could be it. But so you should not be worried about somebody having 74% of the buy box. You can win the buy box on this product. You should not be worried about that. And so seeing the buy box being split in between more sellers is a good thing. Now, here's another bad example. So whenever you see a product that has a Keepa graph that is flat like this one, it is a red flag. It is a red flag because it means that there's pretty much one. So yeah, there's one seller on the listing, and the seller is actually the brand owner. Okay, if we look at the brand is called LZDZN. Okay, and so it's a shoe brand, I guess, that looks kind of weird. And we can see this by hovering on the buy box line, and we can see that the winner of the buy box is LCDZN, which is his name. Now, brand owner should not be the only thing that you worry about, okay? There are some companies that are called brand management companies that actually sell some brands on Amazon instead of the brands themselves. No. The thing is that those companies are pretty much equivalent to the brand. It's going to be the same thing as these companies sell or the brand is selling, okay? Because they are going to get the whole buy box because they have the brand registered in their brand registry. And basically the brand registry is the place on Amazon where you actually register your brand with Amazon by sending them the trademark, okay? And so if you have the brand registry if you have the brand registration on your brand registry, Amazon's not going to give the buy box on other sellers. Okay, it does not make sense. So you need to stay away from these, stay away from listings with the brand on them, stay away from the listings that have brand management companies on them. And you are going to be able to notice this by going to the buy box statistics. If the buy box statistic is dominated, it is even worse, if there's multiple sellers and there's just that are actually matching the product, matching the price, and that you see that the buy box statistics is dominated by one seller, stay away. If the seller, even if the seller has 98% win percentage for the buy box, and it gives 200%. Stay away from this product because you are gonna deal with some bad stuff. You can deal with some IP complaints, all that stuff. So stay away from those. It's going to simplify your life. And if you end up getting some IP complaints, I have videos on how to tackle them. Okay. By the way, I have videos on everything when it comes to selling on Amazon. I actually have another video on how to use Keepa, but I had to make a new one for you guys for this new year. So to actually have an updated video, right? So anything that you can think of, any problem that you face with Amazon, I probably have a video on it. And if you think that I don't have a video on it, come on the Discord server, ask the question, and so I will either send you the video if I have one on it, or I will actually answer, or somebody else in the community is going to answer the question for you, okay? So that's the buy box, okay? And that's pretty much everything that you need to know when it comes to using Keepa, okay? There's some other stuff that you can do. We are not going to dive too deep, but for example, with the variation, there's multiple variation. You can actually use this to actually filter some words into the variation name. If you want to remove all the products on certain variation, all the variation on certain listings on which Amazon is, you can do this by configuring the column. And it's just some rapid fire tips right there on this specific on some specific stuff with Amazon. But with Keepa, I'm sorry, but I cannot even find the Amazon price tab. But you can just use this and go to no price. And yeah, with the Keepa extension, this is the main thing now. Let's go to the good thing. Let's go to the Keepa product finder. Okay, by the way, if you want to look at my settings, okay, pause the video right now. These are my settings. I really do not know. Yeah, just match my settings if you want to. As I said, you can. I didn't even know that you could actually customize this. So yeah, use this if you want to. Pause the video at that time if you want to match my settings. This is the settings that I use. But let's look a little bit at the Keepa product finder, and I'm going to tell you what the Keepa product finder is. Okay, and so you can find the Keepa product finder either by going to keepa.com, okay, on the website, clicking this tab, the data tab, and then going to product finder here, or you can just right there click on product finder. Okay, so the Keepa product finder is a tool that will actually return all the products from Amazon's catalog that meets the criteria that you actually give to the Keepa product finder. So for example, let's say that you wanted to find all the products on Amazon that have a buy box that is under $10. You would just do this right here and you will find all those products. There's 81 million products that sell for which the buy box is under $10, which is a lot, okay? But you can get way more technical with this, and this will be the subject of tomorrow's video. Tomorrow's video will we'll try to do some search. I already shot it, okay? I shot it a couple of days ago, and I just decided that I'm going to release it tomorrow because it makes sense, and I'm not going to keep going for a long time with this video. So in tomorrow's video, in the next video, we are going to look at how to use the Keepa product finder on ways that we can actually use it to source that are different, like on more advanced way. So it will just be a random example of me using the Keepa product finder to actually find products. This is not something that you absolutely need to know how to do, by the way. I do not source a lot with the Keepa product finder, and when I do, I use really basic queries, okay? But if you actually want to do some, if you find it fun, you can. It's not necessary, but it can help you find a lot of good products. So if you want to learn how to find new products, watch the next video, and I'll see you tomorrow for a new video because I release a new video every single day. Subscribe, do all that stuff. Thank you for watching, and I hope this video was helpful and you actually learned some stuff about Keepa. I have another video on Keepa that is way more broken down and that actually goes deeper on every single step that you can take. So I'll link it here. I'll link tomorrow the video on with the Keepa product finder here as well. See you tomorrow.